Boku no Hero! Boku no Hero! Oh man, this week's in Boku no Hero, chapters 20 and 21. The aftermath of the battle. Strap in. Get ready. For the symbol of peace has almost blown his cover. Alright, it's Omega O bringing it back. It's Omega O's review of Boku no Hero. We got 2 chapters today, and we're coming back in where the battle left off, where everybody was kind of caught in their situations that they were. Kaminari got caught, Thunder Boy, you know. He actually got caught by a villain that was also a Thunder type, so it's like, you kind of messed up there. And they're in kind of a pincer situation where it's either they stand down or the kid gets it, or you know they fight back and the kid dies. Like, you know, I don't know if her name is Ue or if it's something else, but you know, Lobe chick. That's a pretty badass weapon user. She was about to do a plug-in thing so that she could kind of, I guess, short out the electric guy. But of course, he's a villain. He's a trained villain. He knows the traps. He sees through the garbage. So now we come back to hand face Shigaraki Toromura. And him and All Might is still standing off. Basically stalemate right now because All Might's at the last bit of his power. Like he is on the fence right now. And the villains are still trying to come up with a plan to take him down. Now, what I was noticing was happening here was just that All Might, you knew All Might was at his wit's end, but you were wondering, like, how is he still holding on his form? I guess because even the slightest movement that resorts in using energy, like he's slowly burning out of energy and starting to transform back. But as long as he doesn't move and doesn't use too much energy, he can hold the form just as a bluff because he's out of power. He's done. After he shot Normu through the roof, he's out of power. So he's sitting there and he's wondering how he's going to get these guys to leave. So he threatens them, bluffing them, trying to get them to be like, oh, well, we got to, you know, strike our losses and get out of here. But the villains are still trying to go. Now, the rest of the kids, as we all know, the rest of the kids don't know what his true forms look like except for Izuki or Meteora or Deku. I finally learned his name. Yes! Boku no! He's the only one that's really worried right now because he knows that if everybody else sees All Might's true form, they're gonna be like, there was this guy here? This scrawny thing is All Might? How is that even possible? Like, they wouldn't be able to look up to All Might the same if they seen him in his true form. Because everybody just believes that All Might is always on the top, which is a cool thing, which is a beautiful thing I like about this new manga, is that they show that, you know, heroes that are like Superman-esque have a weakened state, because, you know, when it's Superman, he's always buff, he's always strong. Even when he's like under kryptonite, he's still, even though he's huddling on the ground, he still looks like he can lift a tank. While most heroes, you know, most heroes look like that all the time. They don't really show a lot of weakness. I mean, they do nowadays, but most of the time it's usually heroes are just almighty, all strong, can overcome everything, and you know, they just have the ultimate, you know, they're just the shining light all the time. It's kind of nice to see a hero that has such a weakened state on the normal. It's not even like he's, you know, he's like he's out of power just now. It's a normal thing that he runs out of power. So it's nice to see that. Abyss Dormammu, yeah, I'm never gonna remember his name. Tamura. I'm gonna just call him Tamura. these last names be having too many syllables in them. I'm sorry. Too many syllables in these last names. Too many syllables! Last names be like Isha Makimuki or Simon Sambonsune or Shabba like what? So he's like, I guess he's a villain that, you know, like most people who are sore winners or sore losers. Admittedly, I'm one of them. He's one of those people that get crushed by defeat. Like, it hurts them. It just, they want to win so bad that when they lose, it's like a completely, like, sapping experience. And he's just trying to wrap his mind around how All Might was able to overcome a person that was supposed to be able to beat All Might. So he's like feeling defeated, and he's stalling for time, and All Might only has a little bit of time left. Now, they're saying, like, let's team up, we can still take these guys out, and they try to go in for the kill. And Izuki is like, you know, he's like, I can't let this happen. If they find out All Might's true form, because All Might can't even fight anymore, you know, it's over. Izuki blows into the battle, and, like, flies out with the true All Might speed. And like they're like in shock because they're like, how did this kid just move as fast as All Might? Nobody else would have that power. What is going on? And even the kids are like, did Meteor just jump? Like, when did he even move? And All Might's like, Meteor broke his leg again, of course, because he had to use it. And he tried to reach the part of the Darkness guy's body, but he missed. And he's trying to get Dormammu out of there, and Hands guy is trying to like take him down because he's about to throw a punch. But Hand guy, of course, is gonna like try to take him out, and then boom, the first bullet of the cavalry. The rest of the heroes have arrived. This guy is really cool looking. I mean, he has like a kind of like a desert punk kind of look with a cowboy spin to it. And he's clapping on these fools like bullets everywhere. Everybody catching bullet holes. I'm telling you. And then my boy Mouse Principal. I want to know what his ability is. He's like Mickey Mouse. He's basically like the anime version of Mickey Mouse in Kingdom Hearts, where there's all of these like cool characters that have abilities, and Mickey Mouse is just fucking boss. And Aida finally came back with the rest of the gang, and they're all band together. And then you have I always love it when I see something like this. Boom, the gang's all here. That is like my favorite thing to see every time they have like a really bad situation, and you just see like all of the friends, all of the allies that made it just in time. So now the villains have to retreat, and they kind of get away, but you know, Handface, he got hurt in the crossfire of them leaving, so he got shot up a couple times, but luckily but they made it out. And then my boy number 13 was trying to finish them. He was trying to hit them with that last minute singularity because they were really trying to escape, but they still got away. And I was like, oh, so close, number 13, so close. So then Izuki's down, and Thunder Boy is in shock. And now they're kind of basically regrouping. Now, the smoke hasn't cleared yet because All Might's transformation power emits like this crazy amount of smoke and steam and everything. The sweat of youth! He emits all of these like crazy like flows of stuff. And he's still holding part of his form so that just in case if the kids see him, you know, they'll only see the muscular side because he's at a side angle. So luckily, like if they do manage to see him, they won't see his true form. Izuki's looking at him, and it's just like, oh my god, I'm so sorry, I couldn't save you, All Might. And All Might's like, it's all right, kid. You did what you needed to do and bought me time. You saved me just fine. So that's episode 20. Now moving on to 21, since this is a double. Everybody's, as I said again, everybody's regrouping. The gang of heroes are coming through, and of course, Metal Kid Hiroshima is rolling in because he's worried about Mizuki, and he's running in with a lot of speed because he really wants to help him out. Now this is like friendly, like he's doing this not to try to like be obnoxious and look at All Might. He's really trying to help Izuki out because he's hurt. And All Might knows, like, oh my god, I can't be seen, and this kid's getting close. And then whoosh! Big wall comes up. And my man Clayface, just kidding, Cement Toss is his name, and his quirk is to control any form of cement as if it were clay. And his face is really funny. Like, he reminds me of, I forgot if it was an anime or a game. I don't remember, but there was this one, I think it was an anime where one of like the strong allies, but like he was a wild card, was like this box creature, and it just did whatever it wanted, and it just looked like a bunch of cubes. I don't know if it was like Soul Eater or something. If you know the anime, tell me or put it in the comments below, because I don't remember. But I remember that he was like this box creature, and he can like dematerialize people, kind of like Gildarts from Fairy Tail. But anyway, Cement Toss threw up the wall so he can protect All Might's secret, and they got everybody out and brought everybody to the hospital. And then we're looking at the villains back in this bar. I guess this is the villains' congregation spot. The evil lounge. Evil. Every villain is Lemons. And he's sitting there crying on the floor, hurting. And then they got this mysterious computer guy. Now they don't even put like a silhouette on this thing. It's usually like when they have the masked person in the screen, it's like,
you failed me for the last time. You will be punished for your actions.
And they're like, Master, they were too strong.
I don't want to hear your excuses. Get back to me with more results instead of your false claims.
Master, please just give me another chance.
Alright, this is your last chance. Don't worry about it, I'll take care of it. But if you fail again, you will be terminated.
Like some crap like that. And but they don't have anything here. He's just talking. Now he's too calm on the screen. The person at the Toraku, not Toraku, is that his name? Tamura. I think he said Toraku. The person that Tamura is talking to is just, to me, he seems too calm after they just got a loss. I mean, sure, he's calm under pressure. Because, they did get something accomplished in this disarray, but, he just seems a little too calm to me. So it's like, it makes me wonder, which also makes me think, sometimes when there's like a good, whichever side seems to be the strongest, there's usually a mole there. Now, with villains, sometimes they kind of find the mole and take him out early, but most of the time there's usually a mole on the hero side, or somebody on the hero side that's doing something in order to kind of, get their own means or some crap like that. Not saying that anybody at the Academia is bad. I'm just saying, like, generally with some of these stories, it does work out like that. And it would kind of suck to see somebody that you really invested yourself in, just turning out to be a villain. But then again, if they flip-flop the right way, they could turn into a cool villain, All the kids are present and accounted for. I don't understand this invisible hands thing. This thing literally makes me think of, like, as if this is, like, when I talk about infiltration of, like, a mole or something, these invisible hands thing makes me think of, like, the extension of Handface just in the academy acting like some kid, when really it's just an extension of this guy's, like, power or whatever. But I guess she's just invisible though. Then they're worried about Aizawa Sensei. You know, a steel bandage. AKA Eraserhead. They captured Normal, and then we got one of the cops, Detective Tsukachi. Oh, maybe that's what I was thinking of. And he's talking to the principal, young Mick. I really want to know this character's power. I mean, for him to be just a mouse with this scar across his eye, or a mouse dog, whatever, you know, I really want to know what this character's power is. Because if he's the principal of the school, he has to have some level of strength. That if All Might has to answer to him, you know, what is his strength? Like, come on, he has to be incredible. So, you know, All Might is friends with this police officer, and you know, they're talking it up, and he's worried about the other two. And I mean, the cop, Tsukachi, he was just saying, like, you know, I'm so glad that the students are alright, because you guys, you heroes, even though you guys are battered and bruised, you acted so bravely to save the lives of these children. And then All Might steps in. We acted bravely, but I give more reconciliation to the fact that these students were in their first battle, the first one they've ever experienced, a life or death situation, and they came out alive and on top. This is what the Academy is about, and they are the reason that this school is established today. And I'm like, oh, All Might giving credit where credit's due. Oh man, he was giving these students major props. I mean, you know, it's such a cool thing. Class 1A, you know, the first of the alphas, you know. And then the class, I guess they had some time off, but they finally got back to school, and Ida's acting crazy as he usually does, being class president. And they're all sitting down, and then Aizawa comes back to class, like full bandage face. Like, I don't even know how you seen the door, but you know, he's still kicking even though he's like rickety. And they're all saying, like, are you sure you're alright, Sensei? And he's like, that has nothing to do with what's happening today. We still have a battle left. And you know, Grenader, he's still thinking like a battle, and you know, Pop Hair Kid is like, no! No! But yeah, he's like, oh yeah, there's a battle going on. The sports festival is approaching, and it's gonna be crazy. And then that was the end of that chapter. So, because it was a nice wrap up, I'm giving 20, chapter 20, basically just a wrap up. I like how everybody kind of came together, but you know, it was the end of a battle. I actually have to be kind of tougher with my rating system, because it's just going to seem like I like everything. So, I mean, it was a nice chapter, but, you know, it wasn't a lot happening in 20 and 21. So it was just basically informational. And 21, I'll give it like a, I guess it'll just be the overall rating is 4.3 domos out of 5. You know, it was a good 2 chapters. It was very informative. It helped me understand a few new facets of more heroes and power, things that they're capable of, and just, you know, the greatness of Izuki learning from his great master All Might, and, you know, secrets and ominous tones and different things like that. It was just a wonderful 2 chapters. If you haven't read it already, go check it out. So manga here. And we got more videos coming this week, because, you know, new stuff will be dropping, of course, this week. Hopefully that new Nanatsu no Taizai will drop. And if you haven't already, share this video. If you do share this video, tell people to subscribe. All of you who are watching, subscribe. Is it this side? I'm gonna say over here is the subscribe button. I think it's mirrored, so, you know, I'm gonna point this way. This is subscribe. If I'm wrong, oh well. Subscribe, comment, share, you know, post it everywhere. Put it up on your Facebook, put it up on Twitter, throw it up on your forums, put it anywhere you know it will get some recognition. Also, subscribe and listen to mediumlevel.com. That's www.mediumlevel.com. The greatest site to hit this world since the internet. No, mister. We have some new game reviews coming out. We're gonna have some new segments. We already have 3 podcasts, and we have a 4th coming soon. And we have, you know, updates, all news that drops, different things like that. We just did the okamibd on Saturday. So check it out. It's a really great podcast. It's a really great site. And it will be in the description below. I don't care where it is below, it's gonna be below somewhere. So, just not below the belt. So comment, subscribe. Thanks for liking the video. If you do, please like the video. If you don't like it, you know, you could dislike it. Who cares? Except for Kirby back there. Yeah, I'm gonna adjust my arm until I'm pointing at Kirby. Because he's OP! So comment, subscribe. O2, keep breathing. Boku no Hero! This is my Sonic shirt. They have these cotton shirts at Comic-Con. You can probably buy them online too, but I mainly find them at Comic-Con where they have all of these like cool designs. I got this one, I got the Doctor Who. If you've seen any of my other videos, you've seen the Hiro Miyazaki line up across my chest. A couple good ones. And they're really soft too.